Welcome to your magic moon message. This is the peace dealer. Moon is in Cancer. The sun is in Leo. Entering the second decan of Jupiter. So we've charged this golden expression through the first decan of the sun. And now that we've kind of established, you know, what we're performing on stage, we're getting ready to expand that. So here's a good analogy relative to that. You are moments away from showtime. Please don't mind my resting bitch face. I feel immaculate right now. But shout out to the Earth sign risings. I think I just look miserable. But I feel so good. You ever just kind of feel like maybe in bliss or just good that you kind of feel like stuck or whatnot. But other than that, you're in a you're in the room with the makeup artist. The new moon is gonna happen in a couple days from now, and it's officially showtime. Through the red carpet, everything up until now was like premiering, walking down the red carpet through the 11th house, seeing your true supporters, and the new moon in Leo is the activation of these supernaturally Pluto Aquarius themed talents. Moon in Virgo, you're going to start to understand how to master these talents and manifesting critical perspective of how you actually harness this energy. So, relative to the previous new moon in Cancer, we're transcending how we feel about freshly new activated powers because of the application of these powers and integrating what talents you perform with them. And there's a very deeply psychic understanding of what and how you are beginning to integrate and feel what these talents are, feel what these talents hit like. Hence, now the Pisces signature of the balsamic phase is pushing for surrender and to have faith in where your feelings is going to go, because you're clearing the field of the seeds you originally sowed. And when we come into the new moon, you're going to plant new seeds. You are having faith in the development you've had over the past 28 days, faith in the way where by this time last month, you activated this new feeling of, I'm going to kill it on stage. I'm going to kill it on stage. And now you're on stage and you're having faith that what it is you've activated over the past few months will translate on stage. Otherwise, you're about to be extremely embarrassed. Okay, so like, get it together, because you are in a room with the makeup artist. If Leo's the lead role and Cap's the director, Cancer's the makeup artist. All right, without the makeup artist, a lot of movies would be trash. You wouldn't look beautiful. You wouldn't feel comfortable. So makeup artist that talks to the actors, empathizes with them, makes them feel comfortable, gets them ready for the role. It's a very underrated and underestimated role, just like Cancer, just like being a mother, right? So like the makeup artist is going to do your makeup right and get you prepared to play your role. Even if you think about makeup artistry, which I didn't even realize, you're now releasing your previous look in order to look more in shape for the role, especially if the makeup you're wearing is entirely like a costume. So this is you feeling the role you're about to play, and most importantly, this is you through this psychic understanding, transcendent psychic understanding, transcendent pertaining to the 330 to 360 degree angle the moon will be making in Cancer, is gearing up to ultimately have you now feel what application you're getting ready to activate. and then further master and align and balance socially. So if you look at this as the red carpet, the curtain is gonna draw with the new moon, and we start. It's just gonna be dramatic. It's already like bubbling up and everything. So one other thing we need to keep in mind is that this balsamic phase is in and by every means special, and it sets up this like ultimate S-class legendary aspect here, which through this deep understanding will transcend the golden awareness that now, because this is a Pisces signature, your receptivity to this special understanding is mainly unconscious to you. And that's what requires this sense of faith before you activate it. And really, faith just meaning surrender. That everything you've activated since April, you're getting ready to express. You're getting ready to rock it on stage. All right. I'm not going to say the break, the whatever, but like, yeah. In this feeling, let's get a little deeper. The sun is in its dignity in Leo, and the moon is in its dignity in Cancer. So both of these dignities here give us a principle of the depth of receptivity and the passion of awareness and will. Okay, so a lot of this is preparing you for a Nen activation, a life force activation, supernaturally influenced. The moon, 0 degrees and entering Cancer, began to openly quincunx Pluto Aquarius, 150 degrees. This is integrating how this supernatural energy feels. And given the subtlety of it, this will account for more frustration, more irritation, you feeling unintegrated supernatural energy that hits your own emotions extremely, and you're feeling how to integrate and balance and align so that you can account for how much more intensely you feel energy versus before that may not have been this intense. And this is going to be the theme for the next 20 years, every 28 days. That being said, at this stage right before harvest, which is another thing, like the moon that was on Aquarius, that new moon in Leo is going to harvest that with the sun. This is it, guys. This is it. So this is going to begin to harvest a lot of extreme and unconventional with the Uranus and Taurus. All right. Speaking of Uranus and Taurus, before the moon sextiles this and we get to feel the open door of the emotional intelligent innovation, or the innovation of our emotional intelligence, and how much more powerfully we'll be feeling these extra dimensional facets we're sensing physiologically. This is going to help you feel more pronounced and tangibly your supernatural talents. And this is where the meta-human aspect of Cancer, representing psychic power, psyche, the power of the psyche, is getting ready to apply to your heart courageously in Leo. And coming back to Uranus and Taurus, what is that squaring right now? Venus and Leo. So ever since the conjunction with Jupiter, Venus, and Uranus and Taurus, Venus has now, with Mercury, made a 90-degree angle of integration. So those seeds are breaking through the ground. And this is where you're beginning to see how much extra confidence in aligning with your personal sense of eccentricity will inhibit more of your expression, because you're not that confident in yourself and you don't want to look weirder to others. And for those of you who are going to introduce new precedents, because you don't care how weird you fucking look, and you're going to really integrate this moving forward before it begins to complete when these planets are in Scorpio. Okay, so today is very relevant. Mercury getting ready to retrograde back closer to Pluto is having your brain process how specifically and tangibly you are processing supernatural energy, the force. The force. Cancer is the quincunx of feeling it to Aquarius, integrating the feeling of what you're knowing. Virgo is transforming what you know in light of analysis, and Leo is presenting that. So on one side of presentation, we're critically analyzing, and on the other side, we're deeply feeling. And this tempers how much strong we can perform. This is going to really mark unexpected, unconventional shifts in relationships with people, interpersonal relationships that push the boundaries over how men and women react, and men and women and women. And personally for you, unconventional shifts regarding your relationships with people, that will now take what you've activated since March or May and begin to now socially integrate that, bringing more courage as you're feeling the depth of what talents you're bringing to this table, which will present Libra season, the eclipse. Yeah. Other than that, prepare to be more psychic than you're comfortable with. The integrity of beliefs that relative to the end of Cancer season, when the moon was in Pisces, we began to understand. Now that Saturn's retrograding and we're reevaluating these beliefs, you're reevaluating your Noah's Ark ride, because now you're in the journey. It's already rained. You're getting ready to be bored in less than a year, and this is going to have you reevaluate everything you believed. So the moon that squared it in Gemini, having you disillusioned from stupid, erroneous beliefs people hold out of prejudice, and doubt, and how you're building vocabulary and the truth of new insight, evolved insight that aligns with these new beliefs. You're going to push forward the feeling that supports these beliefs, which means that the metaphysical understanding of unseen principles your brain can't process beyond 99% of that electromagnetic spectrum, you will be feeling. You will be feeling tangibly. You'll be feeling the causality. All of this is going to transcend newfound courage you will activate as you literally activate gear 5. You know what I mean? Like you're going to really step into at least 4 years worth of awakening, that we're finally getting into the beginning of the next era of actualizing. All right. So a lot of these concepts trigger people who are more used to a more traditional materialist reductionist perspective. It doesn't fit within the framework or box of their understanding. And these Uranus contacts are going to really speak to that. Whereas people fear what they don't understand. So expect people to, in their triggering, be stupid, weak little bitches and project just erroneous, irrelevant red herrings, ad hominem, strawman fallacies, and use that as an indicator to let you know that you're more than headed in the right direction, especially as the moon will be 90 degrees squaring the North Node in Aries, which you've come around a 28-day cycle of understanding deeper and getting ready to apply your purpose on this stage. Get ready to rock out, okay, with your box out. And this will help you understand how you're directing a new way to perform yourself, your heart, a deeper understanding of who you've always been. And fully expect certain people to not get with that program and try and suck you into their program. But you'll feel deeply with the Cancer moon that whatever psychological operations they attempt to do, it's only backfiring exponentially because you have a deeper feel, all right, beyond the physical, of what psychological and core motivations really now transcend the nature of this character on stage you're socially integrating towards other people. People who are evil seek to dominate and control, and when you say no to them and you don't necessarily fit within their program, they bear their true fangs. They try and shame you negatively and psychologically, reinforce that, like fucking children. So this is going to prepare you to really turn the tables. After this new moon in Leo, this is the hero arc. We start the hero arc every new moon Leo, and we carry it forth to Sagittarius season, where we rock out with our cocks out, and then we go on top of the mountain in Capricorn. So, like, this is it. This is going to be that turning point for many of you, and I have pity those who are on your warpath. Okay? They're in for the rudest awakening. You stay blessed as always. Peace.